Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's John W. Davis and Pavy. This is the Spark Report. What's going on, Pav?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
I'm good.
I like this win. 70-60. I like wins.
You like the win. I don't necessarily. Okay, a win is a win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
That's how you started your question. A win is a win.
A win is a win because I want to phrase it. A win is a win.
20-12.
Yes, but
Third
I don't.
place.
Yes, but I don't enjoy the basketball I saw today from the Sparks.
Well, can I let the people in on a secret?
Go ahead.
That's because you wanted to take the third and fourth quarter off.
I wanted Chelsea Gray to take the third and fourth quarter off.
You wanted this team to have it wrapped up third and fourth quarter, and we all just chilling and getting ready for post game.
Look. Like,
but that's not basketball.
It's not. It like I'm just a component of when you not great. We had the conversation before we started talking. Atlanta's a little bit better than what their record says.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not. Even when you watch
they're
them,
not 7 and 25.
They're not 7
bad.
and 25 bad. Mm-hmm. They're not 7 and 25 bad.
Mm-hmm.
Do I necessarily think that they're as good as some playoff teams? No, obviously. If they had a star, they would probably be much better. But
yeah,
still, I'm gonna complain, especially at this point in time in the season. You should beat teams like this the way you should beat them. The way they beat them tonight is not the way you should beat them. Now, granted, yes, a win is a win, but I didn't like the basketball that I saw being played.
My only caveat for that, I agree with you, but my caveat is you will not play this team for the rest of the season. There's no team in the playoffs that's going to play like them. So it's an anomaly. So you won by 10. You showed that you can lock down for extended minutes in that third quarter. If you just put on the film from the
Did they really lock down, or did Atlanta just miss shots?
The Dream had 3 points in 8 minutes.
Bro, they shot 4 of 23 from 3.
I don't care. They had 3 points in 8 minutes.
They had 3 points, 8 minutes, yes, but they shot 23.
They literally had a free throw and a field goal.
Bro, they shot 23 of 74 from the field. They shot 31% from the field.
I know.
Like, look, there was points in times in which, remember, they, I think it was in the first half, they subbed Kalani in, and they ran a pick and pop 3 straight times. Got 3 straight open jump shots and missed 3 of them in a row. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, yes, the Sparks definitely defense. Obviously, I always say I think the Sparks Hayner had on defense. Like, yes, the defense was good, but I thought the defense was laminated and helped alone by the fact that they couldn't make a shot. Like, if Atlanta could actually shoot the ball, it would have been a different basketball game. Mm-hmm. But they literally could not make a shot.
But this is what we were talking about for the Mystics game. The Mystics shot 30-some threes. This is what I want them to have to face. I want them to have to face teams that are going to shoot 20+ threes.
But do you think they did a good job guarding 3 today?
I think they did okay. I wouldn't say good. I think they did okay.
If you play this type of defense against Chicago, against Washington, that's not going to get the job done.
No, but you're not going to have load management. You're not gonna have neck out.
Look. Yes. Like,
so that made a big difference because 100%. we saw in the second half of the Aces game, no NECA was a problem. It was a problem.
I mean, the offense didn't even look.
If there's any player on this team that they can't play without, it's her. They've shown that they can win without Parker. They've shown that they can win with NECA on the bench. They've shown that they can win without Raquana. Yeah, they've shown that they can win with Shanae on the bench. They've shown they can win without Raquana, without Elena, without Maria, without Kalani, Sid, like everybody but her.
No, I 100% agree. Like, I mean, and I've been thinking the first quarter what you saw is just like her not being there defensively. Mm-hmm. I think that's a lot of what you saw. It's just her presence defensively, and also I think she's a comforting presence for everybody on the team. I think that sometimes maybe when the offense is like a little bit stagnant, you can dump the ball to her and kind of just expect her to just manufacture a bucket. Right. Probably in the post better than pretty much anybody on the team.
But also from the outside too. She's an underrated ball handler. Yeah. She's not necessarily going to be like point Agumake. Like she's not going to run the point like Parker or anybody like that.
But if she gets it off the board, she can take it up court.
Or even if she gets the ball, outside the 3-point line, she can drive all the way there. I mean, it's just going to do 2 or 3 steps.
No, agree. So, yeah.
And she's got that nice, side step, step through game, too.
Yeah, no. So, look, yes, I 100% agree with you that, NECA, huge presence, she wasn't there. But 12 turnovers in the second half. Now I talked to Candace about that. She had a point. She was like, most of the turnovers were dead ball turnovers, like us throwing the ball out of bounds. So it's not like, somebody getting a run out or they really getting points off those turnovers. But, I mean, you go up 11 basically with 3 minutes left in the third. And then by the time the fourth quarter comes, it's a 6-point game.
It was more than 11. It was, I want to say it was like 51-38. So what's that? 13.
13 points.
Yeah.
13 points. With
and then like that, it was
And then
6.
like that, because you start turning the ball over everywhere, and now it's 6 points. Like, literally, when that happened, I'm like, okay, you're going to push it to 10. All right, fourth quarter, Chelsea going to get some rest.
Right.
We're going to rest the starters. We're going to see some.
I think at that point, as soon as you got over 10, that was the perfect time to take Chelsea Gray out.
Yeah, like.
Because they could have lost that lead with her on the bench. They
lost
it
the
with her
lead
on
anyway.
The court. Right. If you're going to lose the lead anyway, set her down.
The one critique I would have to have with, like, Derek is you can't consistently. I mean, this is what. Like, out of the past 3 games, you've seen 38 at Indiana, 39 at Vegas, and 40 against the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, if that's trending, if this was a math equation, then you would say, well, the next game's got to go into overtime so she can play more than 40 minutes.
I'm sorry. Now, granted, look, now I know,
and I was being facetious when I was tweeting like, oh yeah, she tied an all-time WNBA record by playing 40 minutes and 40.
But you literally can't play no more minutes than 40.
I know.
Like, you literally can't play no more minutes than 40 like that.
That's a lot. But I thought TBJ had a really good question and she had a really good answer because she talked about how she finds rest in the game. Yeah. So it's either timeouts, which is the natural one, but I didn't even think about it, like purposely trying to rest for free throws. Like, I know you go back down to the other side of the court and you just kind of chill, but like literally considering that rest, that's smart.
That and also, it's not like she's initiating the offense for 40 minutes. Like, she does play off ball a little bit. Like,
right.
Like, I mean, like, even
because I think you and I agree that Candace Parker is, if not the best passer on the team, she is equally the best passer on the team. Yeah. So, she's very comfortable doing it.
Yeah, so it's not like she's, playing like this was like Harden, like a James Harden type 40 minutes, like not coming
the
out
usage
the game.
Is lower.
Like the usage is lower, but I mean, again, but this is why I was disappointed just in this game, because for me this is the game. Okay, look, we got 3 games left in the season, right? I see we got the worst team in the league. To me, this is the prime night to get your best players some rest, and you couldn't accomplish that today.
They did. Necker.
Like, yes, they got Nega some rest. Yes, but
they
what
got
about
her
Chelsea?
40 minutes of rest.
But what about Chelsea?
Chelsea young.
I understand she young, but come on.
I agree with you, but there's nothing we can do about it. We literally asked the coach 2 questions about it. He literally gave us the most honest answer he could. He said, we're a better team with Chelsea on the court. She's finding ways to get off the ball so she doesn't have to expend as much energy being on the court, but he's gonna want her out there because if she's off the ball and she gets one of them rainbow threes to go, that's nice.
I get that, but I don't think that Alexis Jones is so incapable of playing she can't get 5 minutes.
No,
I have seen Alexis play this year. To me, she's like a pretty comparable backup.
Because we saw her drop 15 in the second quarter?
Exactly. To me, she's in like a
against the Lynx.
To me, she's in like a pretty comparable backup point guard. Now,
she is.
Now, granted, I don't know if this stuff happening in practice that maybe we don't see. Who knows? I don't know. But to me,
I think there'll come a time when Jones plays again. Because there's come a time when everybody else has played again. She'll be back in the rotation again.
I'm sure she will, but just like 40 minutes against the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Not granted. Now, look, again, if this is single elimination, this is even the Vegas game, a statement game,
but again, I think they have started to feel comfortable with Sydney being the backup point guard. So if Sydney had to go through concussion protocol, which she passed, then you don't have who you've deemed as your number 1 or your backup point guard.
Then run Candace at point for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like there's so many with this team. There's so
but
many.
They never have Candace out there without another truly primary ball handler.
You could have one.
They never do it.
You could have put granted, Raquana was in foul trouble.
Right.
Which is fair.
They never do it. So it's either, I don't think I've ever seen Candace Parker on the court without Jones or without Gray?
I'm just saying, like, if you got Candace on the court, I think that, like, at least I can trust Alexis to at least bring the ball on the court a couple
times. Yes, you can.
Like, that's just...
I don't know why.
I'm sorry, but 40 minutes against the worst team in the league is just inexcusable.
It's too much.
Especially, again, this is why I was disappointed with first of all, like, you're right. You're not going to see, the dream again. Mm-hmm. But I think at this point in time in the season, you want to build consistency. Mm-hmm. So you want to go into the playoffs rolling. I don't want these games in which you throwing the ball all out of bounds and the league go from 13-6. Because that's against a bad team. Well, against a good team, that's a 13-0 run.
That's what they do, though. That's how they play. That's the joy they play with. So that's how they pass the ball. Sometimes it's going to work. Sometimes it's not.
Not great. I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure in that span of which, maybe I want to say
Chelsea had a couple.
From about late in the third to about midway through the fourth quarter. If they had 12 turnovers in the second half, they probably had 8 in that span.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember Chelsea had some. Sydney. Yeah. No. Everybody.
And like that's like I want to see consistency.
There's literally only one player who played that didn't have a turnover. Can you guess who it was?
I mean, I'm looking at the stat sheet, so it's kind of unfair. Elena, she didn't turn the ball over.
No, it's Kalani.
It's Kalani? Okay,
yeah.
Never mind.
Kalani Brown, 6 minutes.
You're right. Elena did.
Even Elena had one.
She did have one time. I don't know when she had that turnover.
Second quarter.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the only time she played. Second quarter.
Fair.
Yeah. I did think that was interesting, too. Coach Fisher was like, I didn't really feel Elena had the conditioning to come back in after playing in the second quarter. I thought that was interesting.
I mean, maybe he just didn't like the way she looked when, she was out there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's fair. Mm-hmm. But again, none of these are excuses for why Chelsea Gray played 40 minutes.
I think his interview that we did with him on Monday was also telling, too, because he told us that he's thinking not only for this year, but 3 or 5 years in the future.
As he should be.
Who is going to be on this team?
Chelsea Gray.
Marina, Kalani.
Yeah.
Those are the type of players you're probably going to have long term.
As he should be.
Right. So you want to find time for Marina to play, especially when you know that post All-Star break, anytime Marina comes in, she's, and I don't mean this literally, I mean it figuratively, she's about ready to fight. I mean, she's scrapping, elbowing, slapping. She plays like she's doing everything.
She plays like
she's playing like NBA Street, bro.
Nah, she's from Jersey, and like when she's on the court, you can tell like, okay, yeah, you grew up playing outside.
You remember playing live when you took the fouls off?
I never took the fouls off on live.
You never took the fouls off?
I always play like more regulation
style. You could push and do everything. That's how she's playing right now.
Yeah, I always play 12 minutes of like more regulation style. But I feel you though.
Yeah, but that's what she's doing right now. So, hey, if they're not gonna call it, it's not a foul. They're not calling on other teams,
so it's not a foul.
It's not a foul.
It's not a foul.
I mean, it's not. Get away with as long as it doesn't get to the point where it's so physical that you get into a Phoenix Dallas confrontation.
What you want,
right?
What you want.
So as long as everybody can know that we're just playing hard basketball, it's fine.
I don't have. I mean, I would
either
rather
don't call it or call it both ways.
I would rather her be a presence and let people know that she's on the court than just
Yeah, because she made sense too. Because she's like, if I don't do that, they're gonna try to come at me.
So be a presence,
right?
I mean,
she's not trying to get cooked.
Nah, I mean, even like Fish said, like there were certain times in which she helped and which she shouldn't have helped. But in the first half, nobody was helping. Mm-hmm. I'd rather you at least be out of position because you playing hard than be out of position because you just out of position.
What you think about Shanae starting?
I mean,
how you think she played?
I will say this. Like she had a better game than what I expected her to have. Mm-hmm. I felt like she kind of saved the game in the second quarter. She came in with the second quarter and she came with like, no pun intended, but like a spark. She was literally a spark plug for them. She came in and she just like injected the energy. I mean, even still, like there was a play, and like I liked her attitude. And I feel like I haven't seen as much attitude out of her in at least a month.
But you know why she said she was able to have that attitude? I was able to speak to her for a minute. She said because she knew her role. That's and fair. She knew her matchups.
That's fair.
Because she was saying that, if you know you're starting against a dream, But then like, okay, well I know I'm going against Williams and Breland inside, and I know they got 3 little guards, so there's only 2 people that's gonna guard me. Like I can do my thing against them.
Yeah.
But when you're coming off the bench, she said you just have to gauge the game and you just have to see how it's going. And like you may say, oh yeah, I'm about to get in against these people, and boom, they out. So then you got totally different people,
totally different
and
matchups.
It's just a chess match at that point. But when it's just starting off, and everything is even, then you know what you can get.
I even saw, which makes sense because I even saw the shots she was working on pregame. Like all the shots she worked on pregame, she basically shot in the game.
Exactly. That's exactly what I basically tweet every game is that she works on shots that she's going to take in the game. And this one, Nneka's her sister. She knew Nneka wasn't gonna play. If anybody knew
Nneka wasn't gonna play,
first, Nneka wasn't gonna play.
She knew Nneka.
It was Shanae.
So she's like, okay, this is my night. I got a long leash.
Right.
You can't really take me out.
Right.
It's my time to score.
Exactly.
And again, credit to her, hats off to her. I think that she basically, because there was a point there in like the second quarter where I'm like, oh, okay.
She got 11 in the second quarter.
Yeah, and then she came in and really like just made them
finish with 17.
Yeah, like had an impact instantly in that second quarter, and I think that kind of like steadied the game for the Sparks, and honestly saved the game for the Sparks.
She rebounds too.
Yeah,
man, you know who she rebounds like?
Who?
Dennis Rodman. She kind of just like when she rebounds.
As in like she doesn't really box out. She just like goes for the ball.
Yeah, she
like Dennis didn't really box out. He just like, where's the ball at? I'm gonna go get it.
Right. She just
Charles
goes.
Barkley too. Chuck was like, boxing out is overrated. Just like go get the ball.
Right. So the funny thing about Shanae is like, yo, I swear Shanae acts like she ain't never fouled anybody in her life, bro.
Yeah,
She's so animated when she fouls somebody.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, what? I ain't do what, huh?
In her mind, she has never committed a foul.
Right.
Ever. And it's like, no, you
Near
fouled.
not a one foul.
It's like, no, like you fouled her.
Yeah.
You fouled her.
It's so funny.
It's okay. You fouled her.
But I mean, I appreciate it. I don't have no problem with it. I mean that's how she plays.
Yeah, it's like whatever. It's fine.
That's how she plays.
Draymond does the same thing. Iggy does the same thing. They never thought they fouled nobody.
Right. But it works for them.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, you get 6 fouls. She had 5.
Use them. You get 6 fouls.
TRP had 5. Raquana had 4. Did nobody foul out?
I don't mind that. I mean, sometimes I think fouls are good. Again, you get 6 of them, use them. I'd rather you let people know that you're there.
You know what else fouls are good for?
What?
Giving the point guard a break.
That too.
She gonna play 40 minutes.
She gonna play 40 minutes. She needs some stoppages involved. So, I mean, yeah, but I mean, just looking at the rest of this week, I think. See, the reason why I wanted you to get some rest this game is because you got the Storm next game, and I think Storm coming in still jogging for position, and the Lynx. So I don't think either one of those games are gonna be easy victories. I think those games are going to be games that you're going to have to grind out. And I would have liked to see tonight be a night where, she could play 30 minutes, rest up a little bit. Because, again, these games are coming you get one day off and you got practice. So it's really not like a day. I'm sure she won't do much at practice, but still, it's day up practice. Then you have another game. Then what? Next game is what, Saturday or Sunday? Sunday. Well, you get 2 days off.
But still practicing.
Exactly. So you're not really getting any type of break. You're not really getting off your feet. And I know there's nothing on the injury report, but she has to have some minor nicks.
But you know what? You know how they get the best break? Because she could have played 28 minutes in this game, but the best break for them will be securing a top 4 seed and not having to play until the next Sunday.
Yeah.
Not having to play in the first round. That's going to be the best break for them, is literally getting a whole week off. And when I mean a whole week, I mean like 7 days. 7 days like off. Tony Braxton.
Yeah, 7 days off.
7 whole days, 7 whole nights off.
Which I actually think they might come out rusty in one of those first games with 7 days off. But still, they'll need it though.
Right.
They'll need it.
She needs it.
She needs it
because these minutes she's playing now, it's the same minutes she plays overseas.
Yeah.
She plays like 38, 39
over there
too.
Fair.
Because they paying her so much, they're like, you're going to play.
I mean, yeah, but then that's even more worrisome. So look at her year of basketball and how many miles she has on her in just this year of basketball.
Well, she's going to be in that Olympic program next year. So maybe that'll be a little easier for her.
That's a lot of basketball.
I know.
That is a whole lot of basketball.
I know, and that's why these women basketball players don't have the same longevity. because they're playing year round.
Also, Fish brought up a good point. It's like they don't really have a chance to go out and get better.
Right.
It's like there's no real off season for you. So it's like you kind of just stay with the same consistent game because you're just playing so much. You're not really getting a chance to sit down and add things to your game because you off for 4 or 5 months
Or
and then coming back with something new.
You do that in your Europe. You just say, you know what? I'm just gonna get better, and like we win, we lose. I mean, like. Playing for your country, like some of them do have citizenship for those countries, so they literally playing for country. But I mean, Chelsea Gray, USA,
she not playing for the country.
If she playing in Turkey, like
whatever,
like I don't want to say whatever, like
but
you know that's her primary income.
Yeah.
Okay, they cutting her a check, but you know that's an opportunity for her to work on her game. But like, you know, you talk about a player like that, like what else can she do other than consistently stay in shape? Do injury prevention, and eat well. Like, what else can she really work on for her game? She's not going to have a post game. Like, what else can she do?
No, I actually.
She's not about to have no Kobe post game.
Nah, she does have a really, really good post game. Like her, like that's. I actually asked her that question earlier.
Well, they don't give it to her on the block.
They don't give it to her on the block because there's no real like need to, especially with like Candace being back. But like if she wasn't back and you wanted to like kind of like play, you know, kind of like 1 in, 4 out.
Okay.
You could run offense through Chelsea through the post. I mean, like just look at every other point guard.
She does
look
have
at
a
her.
nice turnaround game.
Look at every other point guard, just size wise for the most part. Look at every other point guard and just look at her.
No, because she was going up against 2-5-7 guards.
They have to double her.
And Montgomery and Bentley.
Like if you put in the post, they have to double her. They aren't as strong as her. They're gonna have to double her.
That's
an
easy
kick out.
That's a good point.
Like if she watched
We're not
a lot
gonna see it this year, but maybe
you
next
saw
year.
it a little bit, but like you aren't gonna see it.
No, I mean, because this year we haven't even really been able to see like Candace, Shanae, and NECA, or Candace, NECA, and Maria all play together.
I can think the game is kind of moving away from that as far as like 3 bigs playing together.
I know, but you got a special big with Candace though. That's different.
You do. I mean, yeah, like yes, you do, but I don't know if defensively that's
because
the best lineup.
Because Denver plays Millsap, Jokic, and another one sometimes, right?
They never play 3 at once.
They don't never play.
No.
Don't they have a Plumlee or something?
They'll play Jokic and Plumlee at the same time.
Yeah.
Or they'll play like Jokic and Millsap at the same time, but they never play them all 3 together.
Okay.
Usually, like if they do that, then they'll just play 3 guards. Like they'll play Jokic, Plumlee, and then they'll run out Beasley, Harris, or like Murray, or Craig, Harris, and Murray, or something like that. I think the game and just both. Like it's not like the 90s Knicks. The Knicks would run out Charles Smith, Charles Oakley, and Patrick Ewing.
Right. Okay. But I still think Candace Parker is just as much guard as she is forward, and definitely more guard than center.
Yeah. Skill wise, yes.
Yeah.
Skill wise, yes. But I think defensively, she's like that's like that. Like like you.
Yeah, you'd have to do a lot.
Exactly. They already don't guard the 3-point line really well.
Yeah.
Now you talk about adding another big, and I'm kind of straight on that.
Yeah. I guess that's
offensively,
just not gonna
you think that you would be able to like punish them down low, but if they're gonna come down and like shoot threes, and you going 3 for 2, like what good did that really do?
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do then, because then they're gonna have too many bigs.
I just think like
going forward,
it's just gonna be hard to find minutes for everybody.
Because Maria gonna have to play, man.
Nah, she's really good.
She's going to have to play.
She's not. But I think she's like a centerpiece for the future. Like she's really, really good. It's just she needs more confidence in her game. I don't even think she understands how good she is.
That 3 look good from the corner though.
Nah, she can do like defensively. She
you see that crossover? She had like the crossover driver.
Defensively she still needs to
get
better.
Candace Parker?
No, like defensively she still needs to get better. But offensively she can do everything.
Okay.
She has everything in her toolbox. I just don't even think she realizes she has everything in her toolbox.
No, that's a fair assessment. So all right, so we got 2 more games this week. We'll see
2
what
more
they
games
do
in the regular season.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What's been your assessment of like just the regular season in general for the Spartans?
Well, granted, we only watch in person home games, so I mean it's been fairly well because this is the 12th straight win at home.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I think
it's the 12th straight win at home.
I think it's like the franchise record for like
12 straight win at home. That's crazy.
I mean, you protect your home court. Like that's what good teams do is protect their home court. So
yeah, my assessment of them is that they have the ability to flip a switch. Now, I think it would be.
Like that.
I don't
Like that flip a switch talk.
But what I was gonna say is, somehow, instead of waiting until the third quarter and working your way into it, it's like, yo, if you just come out. Because remember that one game? I can't remember what team they was playing against. It was a home game. They came out and it was up at like 15 after the first quarter.
From like Chicago.
Yeah.
I think the first time they played Chicago.
Yeah, when they just ran Chicago.
Yeah, I still don't even know what happened in that game.
Right.
It's just like I walked in and it was just like okay.
30 something.
Yeah, off top.
Right. So if they could ever get that going consistently, like if one of these last two games against the Storm or the Lynx, if they can run them in the first quarter,
that's what I want to see tonight.
No, that wasn't gonna happen.
I want that, but those are the things that I wanted to see. I wanted them to come in just like they did against Indiana. They came in against Indiana and took care of business the way you should take care of business against a team with Indiana's record.
Right. So if they can run a team once this week, I'll be satisfied.
That's fair. I mean, I think that they need to. That's a performance that I would like to see them have going into the playoffs. Like, I don't want you to back in. I want you to go in with as many quality and strong performances as possible. But, I mean, my assessment of this season, the regular season so far is like, I mean, Derek has done a hell of a job coaching. I think the team has done a hell of a job persevering through a lot of obstacles. And I mean, like, the sky's the limit for them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the sky is really the limit for them. Like, they can go
the Chicago sky is the limit for them?
No. Like, no.
I know how you feel about your Chicago sky.
They can go as far as they want to go. As long as they're focused and as long as they, again, stay away from that flip the switch talk. I don't like that. Like, I don't like the fact that they think, I mean, not that they think, I think they know that
then what do you call them the way they turn it on for third quarters?
I think that they
what do you
know.
Call that?
I think that they're like, well, they do flip the switch, but I think that they do that because they know that they're so talented. So like they know they're like, oh, we can kind of like not BS, but if we don't play our best from the outset, we can still kind of recover in game. What happens when you can't?
I guess another assessment to add is that I feel like they enjoy locking in and playing defense.
Yeah.
Now, you're not really going. The only person that's really going to lock in and play defense for the whole game like that is TRP.
I mean, yeah,
but
stretches.
But when they can do those stretches, and I think that's what they really do in the third quarter because they have that break, everybody is rested, and then they say like, "Yo, all right, lock in," and they try to go as long as they can. You know, oftentimes it's 3 or 4 minutes. Tonight we saw 8 minutes of just like locking in. Now, granted. Dreamer missing shots. Yeah, the Dream was missing shots. But still, I think it's a lot of credit to them. Because they had shot clock violations in that time period. You only get a shot clock violation by locking in.
I also think they probably passed up some good looks that they should have just shot because they knew that they weren't shooting ball well. But still, like you definitely do have to give credit to their defense. Also give credit to Fish for his halftime adjustments.
Every time his halftime adjustments are when the game is close. Yeah. They're on point. Yeah. Now, obviously, if you're down by 10, 15, 20, whatever.
Yell at people and tell them to go out there and play harder.
Right. You can't really adjust for that. But this one, down by 1, 35-34. Yeah. They took care of business.
Agreed.
So, we'll see what they do, man. Because, like you said, the sky is the limit for them. But we've seen the three-pointers catch up with them. And that's still out there looming, man.
I mean, like, every game I look at it, it's like...
Storm, Sammy Whitcomb, if she get going, what you supposed to do?
Exactly.
Jewel Lloyd, what you supposed to do? Jordan Canada, what you supposed to do?
Exactly.
Natasha Howard get 1 or 2, what you supposed to do?
Exactly.
If they get 15 threes, what you supposed to do?
Exactly.
Now, so, I mean, they probably don't make 15 threes, but what if?
Yeah, what if? They're definitely a team that's capable of doing that. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I guess we can leave it off on that. Yeah. Until next time. I guess the next time we speak will be, after the regular season is over.
I think that's what we're going to do. So after the regular season, we'll get back with you. We'll see where the Sparks are. We'll see if we're talking about the Sparks having to play a first-round game and hosting it as the 5th seed, which is as low as they can fall. I mean, they're not that. They still. Yeah. The Sky are still within striking distance.
Yeah. but I feel pretty confident that they'll stay
But
like third or fourth at this point.
The benefit for them is they do have the tiebreaker over Sky.
Exactly.
So
And
they got the tiebreaker over Sky, tiebreaker
Vegas
over Aces,
yeah.
tiebreaker over the Sun.
Yeah.
I mean, they got tiebreaker over everybody.
Exactly. So
everybody but the Mystics.
Yeah. So
And but they don't have the tiebreaker over Dallas. That don't matter. I'll just mess with you. So Brian Egler got him. He said, got him. He said, I got my whole team this year. He did. He did his thing coaching against them. But, all right, this has been the Spark Report.
Yep.
We'll see y'all next time.
We'll do.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right.